Okay, we're gonna find some areas of rectangles. That's just how many squares make up the rectangle. So in this case where I have a side length of 2 by 3, I can just count up the squares inside and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the area of that rectangle is 6. And by the way, I could just multiply the lengths times the width and see there's two groups of 3, 3, 6. Or I could also think of it like this. There are three groups of 2, right? 2, 4, 6. So 2 times 3 is 6. If I find the area of the square, I can count up the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 squares that make up this rectangle. And I could have done it as 3 times 3, which is 9. And notice that either way that I look at it, if it's 3 groups of 3 this way, or 3 groups of 3 this way, I get the same number of squares. Okay, so probably before I even count them up, I can estimate that I'm going to get 12 because it's 3 times 4. 3 times 4. And I can count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, this rectangle here, I have some half squares, don't I? So I can think of it as I'm going to cut half of it off and put it over here. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this was a 2 by 2.5. And notice that 2 times 2.5 is 5. Right? So our idea that we multiply the length times the width still works. But you could think of this another way. Let's think of this another way. What if, instead of cutting it off, I broke every length up into halves? Like that. So instead of 2, I'm going to call this 4 halves. And instead of 2.5, I'll call it 5 halves, right? So there's 5 halves this way and 4 halves that way. So when I multiply it, I get 5 halves times 4 halves, which is 20 halves, or 20/4, which is 5. Right? And now if I count up these little squares, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. There's 20 of those things which are quarters of a whole, right? Each of those squares has 4 in them, so 20 quarters is the same as 5. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little cheat sheet for finding the areas of rectangles that have whole number sides. And this little cheat sheet here, it gives you the area of every rectangle that would be up to a length of 12 by 12. So a 12 by 12 rectangle fits on here, and it has an area of 144. Right? If I had a rectangle that was 3 by 6, the area of that rectangle would be this number in the bottom corner. It's 18. All right, and if I wanted to find the area of a rectangle that was, I don't know, 2 by 7, so 2 by 7, the area of that rectangle would be the number in the bottom corner. It's 14. If I want to find the area of a rectangle that's 7 by 9, the area of that rectangle would be 63. And there's something special about this cheat sheet, but I'll let you figure it out.